Have you been struggling with how to showcase your skills on your CV? Join me in this discussion as we expound more on how best you can be able to highlight your skill set in your CV in a more compelling manner. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing. And as usual, I am joined by one of our CV writing experts, Evelyn, who will be expounding more on this subject. Thank you, Evelyn, for joining me.
Thank you, Mary.
Great. We all have work experiences. Sometimes we even undertake professional trainings or courses, capacity building, and we acquire skill set. So we are discussing on how best can we highlight these skills in our CV. Yes, so how do you determine which skills to have in your CV to begin with?
Okay, thank you for that question. So the key thing that should be a guiding tool here that actually a lot of candidates miss out on this one. Normally, you see when they are making these applications, the key guiding tool should be the advert, nothing else, because you can't just send the CV without knowing the requirements. So this means that this person will always have to go back to the CV to ensure that their skills are actually in line with what they're looking for. Everything, not just in each section actually. So if it's the career profile, the educational background, the professional courses, the work history, all of them have to be in line with that advert, because the advert is the guiding tool. So this person will still go back to this CV to ensure that the CV is actually up to standards. Not unless maybe it's a position whereby they just want a well-structured CV to see what you've been doing career-wise, but they will always have to go to the advert. And that's where a lot of people miss out, because you'll find people have just sent, it's like they're leaving it to the recruiters to fill in the dots, like, I've done accounting, that's self-explanatory. Of course, when I send, they'll know I've done accounting. Yeah.
So they'll know like the skills that an accountant should be having.
Exactly, because there are specific skill set that these recruiters usually look for, but these candidates may miss out on. Yeah. So
having given an accounting as an example, I know we have different industries or sectors. So are there any specific guidelines perhaps that someone can be able to follow when highlighting the skills on their CV that is specific to a particular job sector?
Okay, specific guidelines to follow is just simple. Number one, remember there are things that this person has done that are actually in line with the advert. So the trick here is to make sure the keywords the keywords that are in the advert also have to be detected in the CV. So again, this person will still go back to the CV to confirm if the keywords that have been brought out there are these things that I acquired in school, be it in school or in my work experience. Then they are brought out in in detail, not just in summary form. Yeah.
Great. So which specific sections in the CV can someone highlight their skills in a more compelling manner?
Okay. There are quite a number, but I'll just focus on the main one. The issue there are actually 3 bits, actually. So mostly, yes, the skills are usually very essential, but we usually get an issue whereby people are just formulating skills without fully, like even when that recruiter is looking at it and then they look at the work experience, the education, they're like, these skills are actually not correlated to what this person has done and actually what we're also looking for. So most of the time, the skills can come out from the professional courses, the educational background a person has, the work experience a person has. So case in point, if you have a professional course, and then most of these jobs you'll indicate you must have an additional training on leadership, things to do with leadership. So even from that bit already, remember they can formulate a skill set from that course they undertook. Working experience also, if they did things to do with finance, things to do with budgeting, that's budgeting already, it's a skill set. It needs to also be brought out in the skill set. Yeah, so mostly from the educational background, the work experience a person has, and from them, we've said professional courses, educational background, trainings as well. Also the various other engagements. If someone did a voluntary service, maybe elsewhere, maybe if it was for Red Cross, you can still come up with skills based on what you did. Because the things that you did are the keywords that these people are also talking about. Yeah.
So people should not just focus on the skills and competence section only in the CV. Great. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you as well, Mary.
Indeed, it is not only in the skills and competence section in the CV where you get to highlight your skills in a more compelling manner, but you can even be able to highlight these in some other sections in your CV to make you stand out on every recruiter that comes across your CV as a document. The CV writing team are here to guide you on how best to package yourself for that potential interview you're targeting, and we encourage you to share with us your current CV. We'll take you through the review, and we'll even advise on how best to bring out the skill set depending on the years of experience that you have in the industry. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.